One for funsies.
One for funsies or one for onesies, which is also cute to wear when you're a grown man, except for when you have diarrhea.
I have lots. You just gotta get the ones that unbuckle at your crotch.
Bam.
You know? Like real baby ones.
Like crotch diarrhea.
That sounds horrible.
Thank God God didn't decide that. Anyway, new year, new rig, 2022, right around the corner. So Jonathan and I were like laughing about it. It was like, what besides front diarrhea? What if we had to like get rid of everything we played, and we had to pick one thing, and it had to be something we don't play already, and that's going to be your rig for the year. That's tough, and we couldn't prep it. We just had to shoot the video without thinking about it. So it's like
we decided to do this 20 seconds ago.
Thought diarrhea.
That's right.
Front diarrhea is what this is called.
They're like, what's different about this? Nothing. Nothing's different.
No, but it was because we discussed this idea earlier on, like the sort of the pre-work session. What do you want to call that when we're just hanging out eating food? Pre-production. I'd call it the part where everybody's eating junk food and like talking trash. But
we did have fudge this morning. Homemade fudge
from Christy.
Nana's recipe.
Was that front diarrhea?
Okay, you just wait. Give it an hour.
Poor Derek. Anyway, so you want to start?
Yeah, man.
Okay, let's say.
So we're doing everything, right? We got to get rid of everything.
Guitar, pedals, and amp.
I think
no more magnetones for you, my friend.
New year, new me. I'm going to start with guitars.
Okay.
I'm going to rock an SG. I want an SG with the nice little, vibrola, the Maestro thing.
Okay.
Because I think those are sexy. And I have been intrigued by SGs for a while now. I think amp-wise, so no more magnetones. I got to go with something that's like, I think I'm going to go super reverb. Going to go old school.
Okay, cool.
So SG into the super reverb.
A la Marcus King.
A la Marcus King. And I think that pedal-wise, God, man, there's just so many friggin' options. I'd have to keep it pretty simple. Maybe something like a boost, a king of tone, and pretty much any analog delay, I'd be happy.
That's a good rig.
That would be a fantastic
That sounds like something I would really like to play.
I mean,
because you've got this, the super reverb is, everyone knows it for its like volume and power, but it's so sweet too. If you have
even at low volume, it's just round and amazing.
And you can of course juice it and like use your volume in your guitar as like your drive channel. But man, it's so nice that like if you set it like 3.5 to 4, one of the sweetest amps out there. The speaker array does it.
Yeah,
I like it. I like the guitar too. That's different.
It's different for me.
You don't play an SG.
I do not own, nor have I ever owned an SG.
You've never owned an SG?
I've never owned an SG.
What kind of SG would you get? Like a vintage type one? Or?
Obviously,
probably custom shop.
God, if that was the option, I would go custom shop. Man, it would be
Pelham
really
Blue.
fun to have like the Dickie. You remember they did the Dickie Vets custom shop? Mm-hmm. Who even knows how much those are now? But I wouldn't want Pelham Blue.
I guess that makes sense. You're just gonna go classic.
I'm a classic kind of guy.
That makes sense. Like the mahogany classics.
I did, if there was a shell pink one. Did you remember when CME did that special run?
Or the ones we saw up at the NAMM, right before like the COVID shut the world down.
Right.
I like your rig. I would actually love to play that rig.
Let's get a rig.
I would do the complete opposite, I think, of what I've been playing for most of my life. Just to try something different. It's a new year. And like I'll consider this. This is a thought exercise, but maybe I'll try this.
So a Jim. Ibanez Jim.
I would get an Ibanez Art Core, I think.
Ooh.
I'd try to get like if there's such thing as an Ibanez Art Core like upper level.
I think there is.
Like that's I would be interested in that, and I'd like to go through a Helix.
Whoa!
I would like to just lose the amps entirely.
Holy
I know it's
stuff.
Like no, I'm like if I had to do something entirely different, sort of like shake the cobwebs off. I think there's a lot of fun to that too.
Is Helix the one? Or you just picking one because you don't know anything about it?
I don't know anything about them. It's like it looks the box.
Like, I don't know.
On the Helix, we have one sitting in the guitar shop right now that someone brought in. So like it's there. I can go try it.
You should try it.
I should try it.
You should
like
spend
mess
like
with
an hour one night with the Helix just to see.
Or like spend a few days where I set it up back here, and like I'm just run it through a cabinet or what do you do?
That's the problem, right? Is you need some like flat response thing.
I don't have any of those things.
No, we don't. I mean, you could. Well, yeah.
Can I just run it through like a 412 or a 212 or?
I don't think you can. You got to have some powered.
Oh, it's like you have to have like a speaker.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
You get like a little
So you run it through your headphones
power
otherwise?
monitor. You can do headphones.
Oh, see, so my rig that I'm going to fantasize about, I know nothing about. But that's part of what makes it fun, because I don't do that. I play loud, heavy, old-fashioned tube amps.
It's true.
With like guitars that, intonate strangely, and the headstocks snap off every
Lots
once
of
in a while.
boomer bends.
Boomer bends. Wow.
I think that's so funny that that's become a thing. Somebody, yeah.
Well, I think it's funny too. Speaking of boomer bends and like the generational wars and gaps, like the boomers versus like Gen Y and Z and the millennials. You know who's safe is Generation X, which is funny. Like no one really hates on Generation X, which I fall into, which I'm thrilled by. And I was like, why is that? And I started like, well, we had great music. We kind of like leave everybody alone. We do our own thing. We're very independent.
It's true.
We see the merits in both like our history and the merits in technology in the future. So I think that's maybe why Generation X is the winner. I don't know why I did the X. I just feel like that's an important thing. Winner, I think. Who wants to be a millionaire?
I was gonna say it's like you're on a
Slumdog Millionaire.
Got Talent or something.
I want to do Slumdog Millionaire style millionaire, where they take you back and they torture you if you get too many right answers.
No.
It's a long story. They don't really do that for that reason, but that's part of the movie. Have you not seen Slumdog Millionaire? Oh my good lord!
I know. I should watch it.
It's one of those classics.
I know.
It's great. I mean, it still holds up. I watched it last year again. It's the same director, Danny Boyle, that did like 28 Days Later.
Okay.
And like and The Beach, and Train Spotting.
I don't know how I've not watched it. I just haven't.
I don't know why. It's okay. You had to catch it sort of in that Oscar season.
Right.
And that was probably a 5-year-old movie.
Yeah.
Something, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to go like straight up. I want something, I want a clean, lean, like plain machine, but a little bit historic thing. I don't want a gem. I do like art cores. I'd want a very expensive one if I could get one that just is smooth frets. Some of the fretwork on the Ibanez's I'm not happy with.
Yeah.
I played one the other day. I played 2 in the past week, and like both the fretwork was a little shy. The setup out of the box is not great either on some of them, so I would want to tweak that.
But our friend Jason, after he set it up,
that guitar he brought in was nice.
It was like the Ibanez Stratty thing. I'd play that.
What's
I
the
would
name
do
of
that.
guitar?
I have no idea.
Ibanez Stratty thing. You got it here.
It's the rosewood.
It's about 2K.
It was like 2K.
Roasted rosewood. It was cool.
Steel
It
frets.
had like the 1994 case, which was really funny to me. It was a very retro case.
But I'd play that guitar.
I play that
in the bridge.
Yeah, I mean, I'd consider that guitar as one too.
Me too.
But I think I'd want a hollow body though.
Yeah.
I don't have a hollow body as my primary now, and I think that'd be different. I'd want to have lots of modeling where I could just switch on the fly between, my Seeger Rose tones to my David Gilmour tones to like all sorts of new tones that are maybe Baxter's tones.
Yeah, I like that.
So that'd be my rig. What about you? I was waiting for an answer like it could answer. I was like, I really want somebody to be like,
oh my God!
I was hoping
we're talking through the interweb.
I was hoping if you are watching this, like you did answer, like because like I feel like I heard you for a minute.
I almost.
That was a weird moment.
I noticed that you were staring at the camera, but I was like, I already said there.
No, I was actually talking to the listener right there.
Yeah, no, you were. It was
I
good.
felt like I had a weird this weird spiritual connection just happened, and I broke it.
It was like you were Mr. Rogers.
I do love Mr. Rogers.
Bam.
That is my inspiration
Connected.
when I do any of these videos.
That's right.
No, it's serious. I talk to them all like off camera. Like he is my biggest channel. That I love Mr. Rogers. I love how he communicates, and I think he does it really well. You remind me of Captain Kangaroo a little bit.
All right.
Have you ever watched Captain Kangaroo?
I don't believe I have, sir. I have,
He's not quite old enough to watch.
A picture in my brain of Captain Kangaroo, but
he was a children's sort of morning show back in the glories of the days, and hilarious.
All right.
I'll be Mr. Rogers, you're Captain Kangaroo.
I'm okay with that. I think I'm gonna need to research.
As long as I can be Lee Marvin in our alternate '60s action film we're gonna make.
Okay.
And
it's fair.
No, I'm more like Donald Sutherland. Unfortunately, I wish I could be Lee Marvin.
Who am I gonna be?
You're like Charles Bronson.
Yes.
I'm Donald Sutherland. I do love Donald Sutherland, but I'm talking about the Dirty Dozen.
Right.
Who's seen? I'm gonna ask you another question. Who's seen the Dirty Dozen?
Hey, if you guys. Like, these guys
I feel like I'm actually talking to someone right now. I love it.
Kind of you are.
No, I am. I feel like somebody's talking back through this sphere. You think I'm just saying that? I honestly feel like someone's in my head talking back to me right now.
I'm glad you guys were here for Baxter's break when it happened.
The day Baxter lost it entirely.
If you don't see any videos for a while, you know.
He's resting.
Know what happened. He's fine.
But if you haven't done
Fanatic.
it, I hear there's a remake in the works for The Dirty Dozen, which I'm actually thrilled about. People are
That would be pretty
don't
fantastic.
remake these old movies. Like, no one's watching
Nah.
The Dirty Dozen anymore.
Yeah, do it.
Remake it's like in Kelly's Heroes and all that. But Donald
one
Sutherland's
has
in
no
the other
ideas.
one.
Yeah.
He's in Kelly's Heroes or with Clint Eastwood. God, that's a great one too. But
I
that's
love Clint Eastwood so much.
Yeah, The
but
Dirty
that would be
Dozen's great.
Charles Bronson. I'm into that.
Charles Bronson's in both of those. He crosses
that's
over.
true.
Lee Marvin's in Dirty Dozen as the head of the group.
There you go.
Great movie. Yes, that's you. So that's our rigs. Shocking as it may be, I took it out at left.
Mine wasn't shocking at all. Everyone watching was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. What,
I'd be like, I'm
what a
playing
boring
10.
loser.
You are a boring loser.
That's what my wife says every night. It's
Well,
weird.
after you guys finished, like I was watching Outlaw King with the guy from Star Trek. Like he plays Robert the
Outlaw
Bruce.
King?
It's a cool movie about Scottish fighting.
Maybe I watched a piece of that.
I didn't like it
don't
the first time I watched it. The second time, I'm really enjoying it. But there's a lovemaking scene where he makes love to his wife, and it's like over really fast. And there's no editing to make it seem like it, but it's really just magical. The music's playing like it's over really quickly. I'm like, man, that was like literally 45 seconds. That girl has to be pissed right now. But I guess she was a virgin at this point. I don't know. It was a funny.
The things you hear on Casino.
It was a funny moment in
It's
because it's the opposite of like Outlander, where it's like the entire episode is making love. Let's get to the fighting. Anyway, but I was just doing that in reference to making fun of Jonathan and his relationship with his wife.
This band we used to open for, they said I looked like Robert the Bruce in some movie, so they always called me Robert the Bruce, and I can't remember why that was true.
Well, Robert the Bruce, yeah, from When Your Beard Is Short, Robert the Bruce from Braveheart.
From Braveheart, yes. Yeah,
So this movie's about sort of like takes place during Braveheart and at the end of Braveheart
right.
and after Braveheart.
Fair
So
enough.
like, so you don't actually meet William Wallace, sort of, wink, wink. Spoiler alert, you should watch the movie. But it's happening in present sort of time with that. It's I've enjoyed it a lot more. After I went back and watched The King again.
all right.
With what's his name, Shamalop, whatever, Shyamalan
But the Outlaw King
is on Netflix,
is the one.
and that's with the Star Trek actor playing Robert the Bruce, and his accent's really good, and the acting is phenomenal, and one of the actors from Braveheart is actually plays his father,
I'll be darned.
also named Robert the Bruce or Robert Bruce, not Robert the Bruce became his name, I think, when he like saved Scotland. Earned Scotland's freedom to be lost later by another Scottish lord. Idiots. Makes me so mad. So close.
It happens.
So close to freedom. Sorry. I love Scottish history.
And then Duncan MacLeod freed all of Scotland.
Well, yeah, that's the
In
true
the quickening.
historical one.
The real history.
Is it Connor MacLeod as well?
Well, everyone knows Duncan's superior.
Duncan's the TV show.
Yeah.
Which I do kind of love the TV show.
He's just, yeah.
with his pleated pants.
God.
And like his
And his little ponytail.
and his little dojo he has.
I used to
and
watch
his
those.
boat he lives.
I'm not sure I should have watched those as a child, but I enjoyed them.
Okay, so we're just
immensely.
talking trash now. So if you haven't watched Highlander the TV show, just do yourself
So
a favor.
good. It's better than I'm gonna say it.
I think it might be better than the movie.
I mean, the idea of the movies is amazing. I wish someone would remake them and like really.
they are
do it
remaking
well.
the movies.
And just do it all the canon of
They're doing the
Highlander-ishness.
If Sean Connery could somehow be CGI back into it,
I mean, yeah.
his part was pretty
You watch
comical.
like Highlander Endgame.
God, when you watch the first Highlander though, and like the bad guys punching through like the walls,
You're like,
it's
oh, yeah.
so fake
It is
looking.
really fake looking.
It's like anyway. Take it home, Johnny.
There you go.
We gotta wrap it up.
Going to watch Highlander right now. All right, hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell. Don't forget all the other stuff. The Silver Sky giveaway, the podcast, the next great American guitar builder. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out.
Merry Christmas, Natasha Nix.
Unless this is after Christmas.
Just want to say it.
There you go. Done. Bye.